Hello. Are we live? Or are we Memorex? Where am I? Why am I down here in this little view? One second here. I'm going rogue. I think we're live, but something's going on here and I didn't test it beforehand. Typically I'm on the screen here. I don't need to see that. So, to somebody watching, forgive me right now as I figure out what happened here. La 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 la. La 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 la. There we are. I just brought this on for a second to see if anybody's around to show them what I was working on over the past day and a half with this rather large tree. And this is a centerpiece for the zoo. So, hello, who's out there? This is Brian from Built from Bricks. Hey, I just signed in because I didn't do a show today because I was away and hadn't had anything planned. Drew's away. But hello, Imperial. So you didn't miss anything. I was just gonna show some people a little quick view of the tree that I built for the zoo. So I wanted a centerpiece for the zoo, and this is what I have here. So it's rather large. All these pieces came from the Ewok village, and then some fence pieces that I added in as well. But for a little, what do you call that? Observation deck? Something like that. Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, thank you. I'm trying something different, and I updated the entrance to the zoo. I had brought the zoo to a camp, to my son's camp, and they love the zoo. This wasn't in the zoo. I just built this with Steve over the past day. He built the bottom half of this and the platform, and then I just built this entire top canopy, which you can see here if I come out. So it's pretty cool looking. Actually looks better in person than on the camera can show. But I think it came out really cool. Looks cool from underneath. That's what I was working on. So I didn't have much of a show planned. I figured I'd pop this in here and see who was around. And it's been busy this past couple weeks, so I didn't even set up the green screen. It fell off the thing behind me, so you see the garage door, which isn't a big deal, besides that latch, which I keep trying to lock. But one thing that's cool on this is the bottom. We have a little entrance. So this was actually the zoo. This was in the lion exhibit, and there was a small tree on top of some rocks. Now it's this tree, and actually this part down here, which is a tunnel entrance, actually lets you go from this side to right directly into the lion enclosure. So I'm probably gonna put some sort of gate right here, just so people can't wander into the lion enclosure or the lions get out. Maybe I'll put some of the saber-tooth tigers in there as well. That would be also pretty cool to have coming through that tunnel. So, yep, that's what I did. Comments, suggestions, I'm glad that you like it. I posted up on 2 pages, and I got a lot of good feedback from this already so far. Sorry for the sniffles and the cough. I've also been getting over a cold. So, excuse me. Sniffle, sniffle. But this is my tree house. Ha 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 ha. It's rather substantial size too. So have you been up to anything, Imperial, if you're still watching? And it's actually, for the most part, if I don't grab it there, grab it in the right spot, it's easy to pick up. You can see the size compared to my head, how big the tree actually is. There down. So that's a good size. Oh, nice. 15 bucks off? Awesome. That's cool. I think I have all the Harry Potter sets. And then I won one of those Lego, they call them waffles, on one of the Facebook pages that groups that I'm a part of. It's Lego Raffles. And for 10 bucks, I won the Castle and the Hogwarts Express. The shaping of the tree, yeah, it's tricky. We're trying to keep it so it also flows through, so it looks similar. Added this little branch out over here, which I might add a little bit more. Though I don't want to enclose on the lookout part and then the top part. So it's my own design based off of the top part's based all kind of like the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom, if you've ever been to or seen from Disney World. And then the bottom, Steve had done this with the. It almost looks organic. Well, thank you. From a distance in the right picture, it kind of like you can get it from a distance. It kind of looks like that, like you said, like it's actually real bushes and real trees. The right angle gets that. It's higher in here, but that looks like there. That's a cool shot, and it looks like it's a real. It almost looks like a real bush right there, which is really cool. So I was excited about that, and like I said, it fits in the part of the zoo. I'm gonna grab that and place it in where I'm gonna put it and see how that fits. So give me 1 second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Get that right here. Look at that bushes. Hiding in the bushes. I'm going to grab the other part of the zoo that I was just fixing this in. If I can... This part of the zoo had the hamburger stand and then the lion enclosure. I thought I had... Or leopard enclosure. I thought I had more leopards or something to put in here. Or lions to put in here. Either way, I can change out what I got. Stitch is there. Everybody loves Stitch for some reason. Did you miss anything last week? Last week I did a live stream with my son. Drew was also not around. So I did a live stream with my son and we built the Harry Potter Aragog. The Aragog set. The spider, the big spider. So this fits in here. Right like that. So it comes out on this side. You have the little exit there for the entrance to this enclosure. And I'm not going to lock it in place. I'm going to put some tiles there where they can... Excuse me. My nose itchy. Everything's a mess. So that'll be part of this bigger enclosure, which, as you can see here, my favorite hamburger stand. I almost broke this earlier. The hamburger stand is really cool because it's like multiple reverse directions of the hamburgers, and if you look in the back there, you can see the... Am I okay? Yep. Just getting over like some sort of sinus cold I had or something. That's the hamburger stand, and I might fix this area too. Bunch of stuff. It's the way this is built. It's not very sturdy, so I got to redesign some of the walls here and just make it a little sturdier. So yeah, just cold and stuff. So this is where this will sit with some jumper tiles to lock it, so it's not locked in place, so I can remove it for transport, because otherwise I'll never be able to move this. If I put a couple jumper tiles and I place this in, and I gotta take off the green on that side, I can lock it in place with a couple little jumpers, and I think it'll work pretty well with the hamburger stand. You can see the tree in the distance there from the food stand here and that big tree up here, so it looks really cool. I have to remove one side here and figure out how I'm going to do that, but maybe, depending on what this goes into, if I put tiles on the other side, it might be okay. I think this goes into the crocodile enclosure. I'm trying to remember where this goes into. Whomping Willow set. It looks cool. The car looks cool. The tree looks a little funky to me. But I was thinking of doing the Whomping Willow and kind of incorporating it, maybe making it like a diorama, making it a bottom below it, and then putting the spider underneath it. But I don't know if the set that is big enough. Because here's the spider. Let me get it. This is what we talked about last week. There's Aragog. And putting him underneath the Whomping Willow would be cool, because that's where he lives. So that might be an option. I gotta find the where my animals are now. Part of my throat scratching and everything else. I know there's nobody watching today. I didn't schedule this. I just popped in, see who's around. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a little diorama with this thing would be cool. Spider, but it might have to be bigger than the Whomping Willow. Might have to be expanded. So we'll see. It is an ugly tree anyway, so I mean they did a good job replicating the tree because it's kind of ugly. But I thought this came out really well. And like I said, I can place it in place. I need more pieces to fix this. But if I get it fixed, I think it'll look pretty cool. I'm going to adding some of the wall back here, because I had taken some of the wall out to try and make it a little bit stronger because it was way too flimsy. The pieces I used are apparently 2x2s, the column ones, which I don't like that much. Because then I can't... and then I drop them, doesn't help either. So this wall might be being redesigned a little bit. Let's see what we're looking on here. It's right over this wall. Why can't you see that? This wall here. There's too much clutter in the way. There's too many people in the way. Burger King guy. This guy, this guy. So this wall right here, I'm fixing this corner. Ready Player One? Yes, I am going to pick it up. I have it on my calendar. I actually put it on my phone when it comes out, so I knew when it came out, so I could go get it. So I guess, yeah, I'm getting it. Put that there. Is it this high? If I put it this high, put that one there, put this one here, and you got 3-piece there, which doesn't work. So I have to put that, and then another plant piece or something will probably work there. Put some organic, as you say, organic. I like doing that and putting stuff like the plants here to fill in some spots if I have to. Like that. And somehow I lost all this side. So if I have longer pieces, I can put them in here and then lock this whole thing in place with some tiles. Like that. And hey, I see Deathstroke in the thing. You got it on iTunes? Nice. I know it's available on like what, Vudu and stuff like that early, but I'm waiting. I loved that movie. It was great. It was different than the book, but that's okay. I'm not shaking a bite or anything. I think they did a good job for the way they translated it, even though it couldn't be exactly like the book. Some things I thought were a little strange, but I still liked it. So I'm not going to knock it. I'm going to knock this piece of Lego off, though, if it doesn't cooperate. There's people everywhere standing around in the way right now. Ostriches running around. So, I am excited for the Harry Potter minutes. I actually ordered a case. I'm going to get the one full set and then probably resell the other ones back for what I paid for them. Because I wanted the full set with Percival, and buying the case, it was actually cheaper because there was no tax, no shipping on it. So the case was actually cheaper to buy all 60 pieces for like $235. And then there was no tax or shipping, so it ends up being $20 cheaper to buy the case, get the set that I want, and then sell out the rest of them. So I can get one other set without Percival in there and sell that for basically what it's worth. So $4 a piece times whatever that is, 22, $88, $90 plus, I'd have to charge shipping, but so $100 I can get 21 of the figures out there for somebody who wants them. But I won't have them until, I don't know, it's like the middle of August is when they'll ship them out. But that's okay. Just trying some stuff here with the Lego pieces, and so I guess that means I'm excited. But otherwise, not too much else going on. Probably won't stay on here much longer. It's just me and you in here today, Imperial. There's nothing wrong with that. I do have Star Wars shirt on, as you can see. And this was the Ewok Village. And I will put the Ewoks that were in it back around here, probably in the observation deck. Put some other stuff. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. I'm glad. Yeah, Luna Lovegood is. She's one of my favorite weird characters of the series. Speaking of favorite things, is this. So I was looking down, and I have this right here, which is one of the minifigure series, and it has this little piece of sushi, which I love that. It's one of my favorite Lego pieces. That and the lobster, like two of my. People ask, what are your favorite Lego pieces? Well, there's one of them. So pardon the ramshackle mess and everything else. We're looking at Deathstroke over there sitting down. And hopefully somebody watches afterwards and laughs at me, because like I said, I'm all over the place today. Sneezy and dopey and bad, all that too. But that's exciting. And Voltron, August 1st or August 20th or July 23rd for the VIP, as well as that passenger train. I don't know if you saw the passenger train that has the Bluetooth. It has a new controller for it. Plus, you can use your phone and control the passenger train with your phone. And I wonder if they'll do stuff like speed controls, or you can see the actual, the actual speed, compared to what it would be in real life. That kind of thing would be fun. I don't know what the app does for controlling it, but I'm interested in that as well. So, yeah, that's all I have. I don't really have much today, like I said. When is the Harry Potter? I think it's August 1st. And Percival's going to be like the cop, where you're never going to find him, because everybody's going crazy for that one figure, because they're putting one per case again. I saw the distribution. It was listed somewhere, and it's one per case. So there we go again with that. Okay, we have a whole 60 blind bags in here, but only one Percival. And yeah, you found 5 cops. Yeah, nice. I have a couple, and I knew where they were. Those ones we knew where they were in the box. I don't know if this will be the same, if it's going to be in a certain spot, and you can say, hey, it's the 5th one back, or not. Maybe when I get my case, I'll open it, but I'm sure someone will have it already updated before I even get it. So I don't know if I'll even bother. The Burger King guy. This looks like a Burger King guy, which is why I put him next to the burger shop. I don't think it actually is a Burger King guy. And I don't know why I don't just lock this in. I could just lock this in place. I just haven't yet for some reason. I just drop it there for now. I should have him just hanging out somewhere, not at that bench. There's a special people who go at that bench. But there we go. When is the next live stream? It'll be Thursday, so 6 p.m. next week. I hope, yeah, I should be okay next Thursday to film and have something more substantial. Maybe I'll do a zoo update where I have this in the zoo, like with the rest of the layout. So right now I took this section out of the zoo to work on, and I need to work on it some more before I put it back in there, because there's some issues with carrying it. It's flimsy. This tree is going to be something that has to be taken out when I transport the block, because it'll break. So it'll be Thursday like normal. So like I said, this was just an impromptu one. I was like, why don't you just pop in and see who's out there? Well, we got one viewer out here, and I appreciate that. I came on the show and I couldn't see what was going on because I was on a different screen, and so it was like the first minute and a half I was like, we got some problems here looking at, hold on a sec, I can't see what we're doing, what we're looking at. So that probably sounded a little stupid too, but that's okay. It's always an experience. So, thank you. Yeah, I should be better next week. And what else is there going on next week? I know there's something next week. I'm going to forget what it is. But I thought there was something. What's today? Today is the 12th, so the 19th. I don't think there's anything the 19th. Birthday's coming up at the end of the month, and yeah. No, I'm actually been better, but then we've been cleaning. It was down like outside in the sawdust and cutting, making a photo booth box for my friend's wedding, and we've been cutting and routing and cutting and routing and drilling and cutting, and so probably got some of that in there too. So maybe get that cleaned up. But like I said, I think I'll check out of here now, and I appreciate that you came in here and joined, and I hope you liked the tree. Tell some people about the video. You can check it out afterwards. But hey everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube at Built From Bricks, as well as every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our live stream. And next time we'll have something more substantial to talk about. Drew should be here, or who knows, maybe a guest will be here like Luke or Steve if I can get them in the studio. But I appreciate everything. Thanks for watching. What have you built today?